Hey there, my name's Bill. I'm a gentleman farmer. I left the corporate world in 2023. I was a real estate business attorney, solo practicing, and just didn't enjoy life. So my wife, my amazing, beautiful wife Heather, and I moved to southwest Missouri, bought this farm, raising Scottish Highland cows, and a market garden, currently buried under snow. But this is Triple H Farms, and we are growing vegetables for our community, the Neosho, Missouri Farmers Market, and we are raising Scottish Highland cows for beef. We have one steer, we have two females and a bull, and we are hoping to raise additional cows with the bull and the two female, the heifer and the cow. Welcome to Triple H Farms. Enjoy the show. I have cabin fever because we've been stuck inside for about 3 days now, or I have, and I wanted to get outside and show you a little bit of the farm, what's got going on here. So it's very bright, very sunny, and it's about 24 degrees. It's Friday the 21st of February. I have a pair of sunglasses I'm going to put on because snow blindness exists. There we go. All right. Let's go take a look at the cows and see what they're up to. Ah, look at them. All right. There's the water trough. And there are the cows. They're just hanging out. Look at them. I love it. There's the protein tub. I see Stewie laying down, Poppy's laying down, Marigold standing up, and back behind Stewie is Duke. There's the loafing shed. They're doing pretty good. The snow is beautiful, but it's cold. This tree right here, that's the next one that's got to come down. And I'll be taking that one down probably a little later this spring, early spring. I took a barbed wire fence, started here, connected, went through all the way back to the gate. I took that all down because I wanted the cows to come out of there, from that paddock, and we moved them into here, and they were able to roam this whole area during the summer, and I kept their water trough up against this fence here. I'm probably going to take this fence down and use those panels for the market garden so that plants can grow up them. I took this dead tree down, and I took that dead tree down. That tree now will grow really well. And I don't know what this mess is over here, but this is all going to come out too. This is the back of our property. That gate goes into our neighbor's property, but they've got about 48 acres back there, 45 acres, and I'd like to snag some of that. Yeah, the snow definitely makes it pretty. But it's cold, and I'm not used to the cold yet. I'm getting there. Maybe another winter, I don't know. There is the other tree that I took down. This was a big one, and it was dead. This was hard. I needed to put the fence basically right there where I put it. So one, I took the tree down so that I could put the fence up, and have the tree not fall on the fence. But unfortunately, the tree fell this way. I kind of wanted it to fall that way, but again, with a 16-inch chainsaw, I didn't do a very good job with my cuts, and the tree fell this way. So, as it was laying across this whole area, I had to cut it in half and move the piece with the tractor so I could build the fence here. That pile of brush over there is the tree that I've been working on that fell down in my neighbor's property, same neighbor that owns the land back behind us, and it knocked the fence down. So I told him, hey, don't worry, I'll fix the fence myself if you let me chop up the wood. And he said, no problem, take the whole tree. So I've been working on that tree. That was a live tree. We think it was blown over, but you can see the fence line. That property to the right is our neighbor's, and the property to the left is ours. But here we go. Look at this shot. There's the pond. Looks beautiful. Nice bright sunny day. Let's go take a look. So yeah, I put the fence up here. I had to dig holes with the excavator because this is the fence that I cut my hand. I don't know if you can see. Well, let's see. I don't know. There, I've got a scar on my finger right next to the knuckle, and I caught it on one of these barbs and split it, but I was able to kind of hold it together till I got back to the house. So the gas-powered auger doesn't really work here, and I just don't know what I'm going to do. I'm probably just going to sell that or see if someone will take it off my hands, and I'll just use the excavator to dig holes. But again, this is the back property line. Runs the whole length from back over there by the pig pen paddock all the way up here to the pond, and then it takes a jog to the right, which is kind of odd. But this is what they did, which is kind of interesting. Yeah, look at this pond. It's gorgeous. This is your moment of zen. More tracks. Probably deer again, yeah. That's my guess. There's a snowdrift right there, interesting. I gotta clean this mess up and leave some of the better trees standing, but all of that's gonna go. All of this underbrush, which is brambles, is gonna go. This is the back side of the pond. You can see the dam that they built to capture the water, the runoff water. It would have been nice if they would have just taken this corner right here and ran it straight up to the ridge and then back that way and included all of that as part of this property. And this is the same property of the people that are behind us. There's a fence line back there that it goes to, and they have an easement that goes through our property to allow them to drive back here, and this is the road that they kind of take. It's not really a road, but a path. Oh. Now, something crawled under there. I know deer crawl. We've witnessed deer crawling under fences, but I'm not sure if that was a coyote, a dog. Lots of footprints there. Might have had a deer laying down there, taking a nap. This is where the deer usually hang out at night, or, you know, whenever they sleep. I've caught them under these trees along the back side of the pond, and that's normally where I see them when I come out here in the mornings. And this is the corner of the property back behind the fence, or the pond actually. There's the back side of the pond. Again, the dam. That's a water trough. That's a cement water trough that water would come out of the pond and fill the water trough, and cows would drink water from that. I don't want the cows over here. That is why I built the fence where it is, with the one gate that I showed you, because I really don't want the cows taking baths in the pond. It's not good for the ecosystem. You know, they mud up the sides of the pond, gets muddy, their cow patties end up in the pond, their urine, and that can destroy the ecosystem in the pond, and then all you've got is a big mud puddle. This is a big hickory tree. Beautiful hickory tree. It's nice out. Cold, but nice. Another beautiful shot of the pond. Oh, as you can see, it's a nice sized property, about 20 acres. I'd like to get it up closer to 22, 23 acres. And then I would move the fence that we're walking to down closer to the pond. Right there, that corner. Fence runs along there. I would probably move that down to in front of that hickory tree a few feet, and then run it across so that cows will stay out of the pond. But they'll have this area to graze. I went ahead and walked back around through the gate. Didn't really need to film that. But down there, I don't know, 100 yards or so, is a gate that goes from our property into our neighbor's property, and that is the easement that allows them access to their property through our property. This is the tree that fell down last June, I think, and as you can see, I've been cutting it up. I've got to cut up some more of it. I'll probably cut up a couple of these others that are just laying here and prepare those or split those and get those ready for next winter, because we certainly have gone through a lot of wood in our fireplace this year. This is the easement. This fence, ooh, that's a deep spot I just stepped in. From here all the way to the road. That fence is up, and this fence all the way to the road. It's about 50, maybe a little less than 50 feet wide, and about 750 feet long. This is their easement. We own it, but they're allowed to drive up through here. Yeah, that was a deep spot back there. Over here is a big pile of brush and wood that we inherited, obviously, when we got the property. We have a major problem with poison hemlock. Poison hemlock looks like Queen Anne's lace, but it's not. It's poisonous. Even the dead pieces, the dead stems and everything is poisonous. You have to be very careful when you're cutting it, pulling it out, whatever. It's just nasty. That is what killed Socrates. So if you always wondered what was hemlock, poison hemlock, in my mind, when I think of poison hemlock, I think of the hemlock tree, and that is false. Poison hemlock is a weed that looks like Queen Anne's lace. Most people know what that is. It can grow 3 feet, 4 feet tall, and is extremely poisonous. The seeds can land in the ground and stay in the ground for 2, 3, 4 years, and once they get exposed to the right everything, You know, if you turn the soil and the seeds get exposed a little bit, they'll just start growing again. So it's very difficult to eradicate. My guess is we got some critters living in there, but I'd like to remove that. What Heather and I want to do is we want to take this swale, and it's a bit of a swale. It comes down here and runs down through the other person's property. But we'd like to turn this into a wildflower spot where this is all filled with wildflowers, and those will help pollinate all our vegetables. Here we are in the orchard. What do we got here? Oh boy, that was a deep drift. Oh yeah, this is an almond tree. This is the hardy almond tree. So far, the trees have been okay. The deer have come along and nibbled some of the branches that are sticking out on some of the trees, but most of them I think are going to be fine, and I'll prune them later in March, maybe in a week or so when the temperatures break, before they start to really grow. And I do need to spray them with a fungicide and a mineral oil that you put on them that helps them, protects them from different fungus that seems to thrive in the springtime. This was the last paddock. This paddock and the two front paddocks were the last paddock that the cows were in. I've since cleaned it up, made piles of their hay and straw, moved some of that hay and straw over to the market garden. I'll probably compost that and spread it out. Another shot of the orchard. Ooh, there's a deep drift too. It is very, very pretty out here with the snow. But I have lots to do, lots to prep, lots to get going, and I am itching for warmer temperatures. Now, you know I will probably bitch in late July and August when it's 105 degrees with 110% humidity, and that 110% isn't true, but sometimes it feels like it. But I will bitch, but you guys can hold me to that. Say, wait, you were bitching about the cold, now you're complaining about the hot temperatures. And over here are raspberries and blackberries and blueberries. And I will probably put up a fence just around those because, as you saw, the deer have figured out ways to get in. I put this fence up and then tied the deer fence up, and these blue lines, I'm hoping, I don't know if they even see them, will let the deer know maybe I shouldn't try to jump through that. So far, from this corner here all the way back to the corner over there, I've done that, and it seems to be working. The deer don't mess with that. Might have to break out some electric. Electric isn't cheap. Probably cost me, I don't know, a couple grand to electrify. And by electrifying, I would probably tie a 6-inch plastic insulator here and here, or up here and here, and if the deer comes up to it and touches it, they'll hopefully realize, I don't think I want to go that way. And that's really the only thing that I have researched and discovered online that works for deer. Another shot of the orchard. We've got cherries, peach, plum, pear, nectarine, 5 different kinds of apple trees, pecan trees, hickory trees, almond trees. I think I've got an apricot tree. They've been in the ground for a year. I will prune them in a couple weeks, and then I will remove any and all blossoms this year. I want those trees to focus their attention on growing and not trying to produce fruit. So usually the second and sometimes even the third year, I don't know, we'll see how it goes. It's kind of recommended to remove the flower buds as they bloom, and that way the tree is not stressing out over making fruit in the spring. So that's the theory, at least. I'm sure there's studies out there that say yes, that works, or no, it doesn't really matter. But I'm going to do it because I really don't want to stress the plant, and I really don't think it needs to be worried about fruiting when it's so small like that. I want it to be nice and big. Here's the top side of the swale. So starting right about here under this tree, we're going to go this way with wildflowers, zinnias, sunflowers, cosmos, coreopsis, you name it, we're going to be planting it. I think I'm going to end the video here, looking at the market garden. Can't wait to get in there and start working. Last time I shaved was Monday. This is 5 days worth of growth. I could probably grow a beard in 2 weeks, and I have in the past, but it's just, I don't know, I don't like having a hairy face. I like having a smooth face. So, probably gonna end up showering and shaving this off. Man, here's another deep spot. I've got 2 layers of socks on, and my rubber muck boots are not really protecting me from the cold. So, I'm gonna go inside and warm up and have some more coffee. Hopefully you'll have a nice weekend, and I will see you guys maybe next week. If you like this stuff, my little blabbity blab as I call it, please feel free to like this video and subscribe to this YouTube channel. I would appreciate it. You guys take care of yourselves, stay warm, stay safe, and be kind. We need kindness out there.